cut out for them. Caddo Mills comes in here with a 15-2 record, and they are 12th ranked in girls 4A basketball in Texas. So tall order here for the Lady Cats, but the Lady Cats are hot right now. They won the Farmersville, I say they won it. They won 3 out of 4 in the Farmersville tournament over the weekend, and we'll detail that for you coming up here before the game gets underway. So Lady Cats come in tonight with a record of 9-9. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. James Terry is our producer in the KSST studio. Matt Jansen is our technical director and handles the video, and this game, as a matter of fact, will be streaming on YouTube tonight. So if you'd like to look in on the KSST YouTube channel, you can do that, and the game then will be replayed on Channel 18 later, cable Channel 18, and will be seen endlessly on YouTube forever. Just never will be off of YouTube, probably. But it is streaming live tonight on YouTube if you'd like to look in. So let's take a break. We will come back, and we'll be ready for the start of tonight's ball game when Lady Cats basketball continues after this on KSST. Make it a 1-minute break here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Sulphur Springs High School Gymnasium, where today the Caddo Mills Lady Foxes take on your Sulphur Springs Lady Cats. Now let's meet today's starting lineup. First from the visiting. Now from the starting lineup, so we'll do the national anthem after that. For the Caddo Mills Lady Foxes, starting freshman number 13, Ashlyn Ackenbach. Next, the junior number 1, Jalen Gonzalez. Next, the junior number 5, Emerald Grant. Next, the junior number 12, Kaylin Daniels. Junior number 20, Lyndon Bentley.
Okay. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Once again, tonight we'll be without Tony Flippin. Tony's recovering from an illness. He's doing fine, but not quite ready to make it back. And we will miss Tony Flippin again tonight, but he'll be rejoining us before too much longer. So starting for the Lady Cats tonight, the freshman London Pinnell, the sophomore Riley Ivory, the freshman Riley Godbolt, senior Rainey Johnson, and junior Cammie Shack. This is a young Lady Cats team, only, 3 seniors on the team. And quite a few freshmen on this team. So it is a young Lady Cat roster under head coach Kevin Tanton, now in his first year as head coach of the Lady Cats. And starting for Caddo Mills, a 5'10 junior, Jalen Gonzalez, Emerald Grant, a junior, Ashlyn Ackenbach, a freshman, Kaylin Daniels, a junior, and Lindley Bentley, a junior. And here's our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly at the twilight's last gleaming. o'er the ramparts we march, were so gallantly streaming, and rockets rained there, the bombs bursting in air. They proved to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, a very powerful rendition of our national anthem this evening from Wildcat Jim. Lady Cats about to get it on here with the Lady Foxes from Caddo Mills. As we told you, Caddo Mills 15-2, ranked 12th in 4A basketball in the state this week. Lady Cats played Caddo Mills in the by-district game last year and won 61-27. And also Sulphur Springs beat Caddo Mills during the regular season last year, 66-41. So Caddo Mills has come a long way. Now, they had some of their players that are on this team last year, and Jalen Gonzalez, as a sophomore, scored 14 against the Wildcats in the by-district game. And Emerald Grant scored 9 points. But they have really come along here with a 15-2 record. Now they lost to, I should say, Brownsboro 37-29, one of their two losses. Sulphur Springs also lost to Brownsboro 41-27, so comparable scores there. And that's the only common opponent that I have seen. They both lost to Brownsboro and both lost by, 8 points was the margin of Caddo losing to Brownsboro, and Lady Cats lost by 14. So take from that what you will. Rainey Johnson will be jumping in the center circle for the Lady Cats here tonight. And Lady Cats win the tap. Jalen Gonzalez was the center jump player for Caddo Mills. Lady Cats working in the front court. They get it down low to Rainey Johnson with a shot from 6 feet out along the baseline left side. Bounces off, and here comes Caddo Mills with the rebound. Lady Foxes moving from left to right at Wildcat Gym. Pass underneath, and there's a basket right off the bat there. And this one, I'm going to give credit to Ashlyn Ackenbach, and it's a 2-0 lead for Caddo Mills. Great feed there, setting her up. Now, Lady Cats in the front court, and Cammie Shack driving the baseline, misses the shot, but getting the rebound and going back up with the shot is Rainey Johnson for 2, and the game is tied at 2. 2-2. Just underway from Wildcat Gym. Driving the baseline for a shot for Caddo Mills. That is off the glass and good. Jalen Gonzalez 4-2. Lady Foxes have the lead. Personal foul called here against Sulphur Springs on the inbounds play, and that one goes on Cammie Shack. So that's her first foul, and Caddo Mills gets it back on the baseline to the left of the Lady Foxes basket that go way outside. Caddo with a 4-2 lead, driving the baseline and banking it off the glass for the bucket for Caddo Mills to make it 6-2. See if we can get her number here in a moment. That was Emerald Grant. Lady Cats down 6-2, have the ball in the front court. Rainey Johnson making a move, and she is fouled, going to the basket. Foul is on Ashlyn Ackenbach, the freshman for Caddo Mills. That's the first foul against the Lady Foxes, and Lady Cats inbounded on the baseline to the right of the basket. They get it into Riley Ivory, and here is Rainey Johnson with a turnaround jumper from 8 feet. Rattles off, no good. Rebound to Caddo Mills. Here comes the Lady Foxes leading 6-2. And inside shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Rainey Johnson. And the Lady Cats up the floor. Cammie Shack across the midcourt line for Sulphur Springs. Around a pick by Rainey Johnson. Working on the far side now. Lady Cats going right to left. Great feed underneath for Riley Ivory, as she can't get that one to go. The feed there by Riley Godbolt, but they don't finish it off. 6-2, Caddo Mills. And here's a takeaway by Cammie Shack. Outlet pass goes to Riley Ivory. Ivory to the basket, and she is fouled. Ball is going back to Caddo Mills, so she was not fouled, and I'm not sure if she must have stepped out of bounds there because there was no foul called against her. So turnover against the Lady Cats, and it looked like their Riley Ivory was going to take it to the basket and perhaps put up another bucket for Sulphur Springs, but it's 6-2 Caddo Mills, and they have the ball here in the front court now with an inbounds play after the ball went out of bounds. Near side, they swing it around to the far side, and a shot off the glass from the baseline far side, no good. But the offensive rebound for Caddo Mills. There's another shot off the mark, and Lady Cats rebound, and that is Maddie McWhorter with the rebound. Outlet pass down the floor, it goes to Riley Ivory. Again, she cannot get that layup to go, but she was closely guarded, and the rebound to the Lady Foxes, leading 6-2 with 4:46 left to go in the first quarter. Caddo Mills on offense. Baseline, near side, knocks it down. That is Ashlyn Ackenbach with her second bucket of the night, and it's 8-2. Caddo Mills, and a timeout taken by head coach Kevin Tanton for Sulphur Springs. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. This is a... no, you go. Yeah, I don't know. This is a full timeout, so if you want to run two spots, you can. You were able to hear the national anthem, right? Barely? Huh. Yes, there was, and I don't think that was coming from us. I think that was coming from within the... But the reason I ask is I was not getting much of a reading. I had the fader up, should have been high enough, and it was plenty loud in this gym. But I was not seeing much of a reading on the meter here. Lady Cats basketball, first period, 8-2. Caddo Mills ahead. Caddo Mills 15-2 coming in tonight, 12th ranked in the state in 4A girls basketball. Inbounds play for Sulphur Springs after that last basket by Caddo Mills. Riley Ivory gets it into Rainey Johnson, and here's a takeaway by Ackenbach for Caddo Mills. Lady Fox would have it once again in the front court. Over on the far side, outside the three-point arc. They swing it around to the near side. Ackenbach into the corner it goes to Grant, and Grant driving down the baseline. Can't get the shot to fall. And we have a tie ball on the rebound. Possession arrow is pointing to Caddo Mills. So Lady Foxes will keep the ball here. Inbounds play on the baseline to the left of the basket. Get it into the corner over on the far side. Whistles on the court, and I believe we have a foul against the Lady Cats. And looks like that one is going on Cammie Shack again, so that's her second foul, if that's right. Inbounds play, as that is just the second team foul against the Lady Cats. Caddo Mills gets it in. Ackenbach double teamed here on the near side, and we have a foul called against the Lady Cats. And this one will go against London Pinnell for Sulphur Springs. Third foul of the quarter against the Lady Cats. Caddo Mills will go to the bonus on the fifth foul of the quarter, and then they'll shoot 2 shots the rest of the way. Here's a knockaway for Sulphur Springs by Riley Godbolt, but Caddo Mills gets it back in the backcourt, and they're across the midcourt line now, leading 8-2. Foxes working outside. Lady Cats in a very aggressive 2-3 zone. In the corner over on the far side it goes. Now they work it inside and up for the shot, and it's good, and we have a foul. Looks like Rainey Johnson will get the foul here for Sulphur Springs. That's her first. The basket on a drive inside by Jalen Gonzalez, her second field goal, and now she gets the free throw and misses the free throw as it hits the back iron. Rainey Johnson rebounds in the corner for Sulphur Springs. 10-2. Caddo Mills up by 8. Cammie Shack brings it across the midcourt line for Sulphur Springs. Now to Rainey Johnson up high. Johnson on the dribble to the right side. Skip pass over to Pinnell. Now back to Cammie Shack. Top of the key it goes to Godbolt for Sulphur Springs. Shot from the corner is off the mark by Rainey Johnson. Rebound to Caddo Mills. Godbolt almost coming up with the steal there. Out of bounds on the far side, and it's off one of the Lady Foxes and goes back to Sulphur Springs. 10-2. Caddo Mills on top. 2:39 left to go. First quarter action still. Lindley Bentley back into the ball game here for Caddo Mills. Inbounds play taken away by Caddo Mills. A drive inside and the shot won't go. Rainey Johnson, the rebound for Sulphur Springs, comes across the midcourt line. Spins. Now they dish it off to Riley Ivory. Puts one up from outside the three-point arc. No good. And we have a foul on the rebound. Bella Deckham, I have with the foul here, a 5'5 freshman for Caddo Mills. And going to the line, this will be a 2-shot foul, 2-shot situation. And making the first shot for the Lady Cats is London Pinnell, freshman. 10-3. Still just 2 fouls on Caddo Mills here in the first quarter. Second shot no good, but the long rebound out to Riley Ivory. She whips it underneath to Godbolt, and Godbolt's banker off the glass comes up short. And here's a pass taken away by Rainey Johnson for Sulphur Springs. Johnson driving, spins, banker good. Nice play there, nice shot by Rainey Johnson, her second field goal. And it's a 10-5 lead for Caddo Mills. They have led by as many as 7. Lady Foxes in the front court. Again, the Lady Cats with a very aggressive zone defense, and they knock it out of bounds. Over on the far side, inbounds play for Caddo Mills coming up here with 1:48 to go in the first period. Jalen Gonzalez will throw it in at midcourt. And she goes to Emerald Grant. Grant double teamed. Gets out of it. Now in the corner for Caddo Mills with the shot high off the rim, but then falls through. That is Lindley Bentley, and it is a 12-5 Lady Fox lead. Lady Cats quickly down the floor. Riley Ivory, bounce pass for London Pinnell. Pinnell misses the shot, but she's fouled. Bella Deckham assessed with the foul, her second, as I have it. And going to the line for 2 shots is London Pinnell, and she misses the first shot. She's 1 of 3 so far from the free throw line. 3 fouls now against Caddo Mills in the quarter with 1:25 to go. Second shot coming, and it's good. Perfect. Beautiful rotation there. 12-6. Lady Cats down by 6. Caddo Mills quickly up the floor into the front court. Here's a takeaway by Riley Ivory for Sulphur Springs. Going back the other way, and can't get the layup to go, but we have a whistle. And it's a foul here on Kaylin Daniels, a junior, for Caddo Mills. And now Riley Ivory going to the line for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats down 12-6. Ivory, high arcing shot, rattles out. One more shot coming. 12-6, Caddo Mills on top with 1:12 to go in the quarter. Second shot is a little bit short off the front of the iron. And the rebound goes to Caddo Mills and Kaylin Daniels. Lady Foxes into the front court. To the near side, now into the corner. Driving the baseline is Grant into the corner. Far side, three-pointer. Too long, and Cammie Shack the rebound for Sulphur Springs. Outlet pass goes to Riley Ivory, back to Shack. Shack across the midcourt line on the far side. 12-6, Caddo Mills. Inside, it goes to Riley Ivory for the runner off the glass. First bucket for Riley Ivory, 12-8. Caddo Mills' lead has been cut to 4. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. High post, and a shot comes up short there for Caddo Mills. That one by Ashlyn Ackenbeck, I believe. But check me on that if you can. 23 seconds to go. Lady Cats have an inbounds play in the backcourt. And full court pressure here for Caddo Mills. And Rainey Johnson on the run. Brings it across the midcourt line, now pulls up. And now to London Pinnell. Outside the arc on the far side. Now it's Riley Ivory outside over on the far side. Way outside, Cammie Shack with 4 seconds. Shack for 3. And that one comes up a little bit short, and the rebound to Caddo Mills to end the quarter. Lindley Bentley with the rebound there. 12-8, Caddo Mills into the first period. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSS2. Yeah, good. Lady Cats basketball and KSST brought to you by the Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Good first quarter for Caddo Mills. They lead at 12-8 going to the second period, but they led by as many as 7 points. In the first quarter, Lady Cats cut that lead down a little bit. And right now at 4 points. Inbounds play for Sulphur Springs over on the far side at midcourt. They get it into Riley Ivory. Riley Godbolt with the inbounds pass, or I beg your pardon, that was London Pinnell. And Pinnell for a three-pointer rims out. Long rebound, and they're chasing it down out to midcourt and back and across here against Sulphur Springs as Rainey Johnson, I think, had feet in both the front court and the back court as she came up with the ball there. So it goes back to Caddo Mills for an inbounds play on the far side. Get it down on the baseline, far side. And here's a shot that is off the mark, but we have a foul. And it's going on Rainey Johnson. And that's the second foul against Rainey. Wildcat, Lady Cat senior. And going to the line. Had a ruling here by the referee I'm still trying to interpret here. There was a technical foul called for some purpose. Now, at the line is Bella Deckham. She made the first shot. She misses the second. The technical foul now. Coming here, I'm not sure what the technical had to do with. So Bella Deckham stays at the line. 13-8, 5-point lead, and a high arcing shot that bounces on the rim and falls in. And now she has one more shot on the technical. And it's good. So she made 3 out of 4 as it turns out, and it's now a 15-8 Caddo Mills lead, and that lead is back out to 7 points. And now, of course, Caddo Mills on the technical will get the ball for an inbounds play over on the far side. Lindley Bentley gets it in. Lady Cat still in that 2-3 zone. Here's Riley Ivory coming up with a steal for Caddo Mills. Quick hands to Cammie Shack, and Shack brings it across the midcourt line. Lady Cat's down by 7. 7:20 to go in the first half. Shack on the dribble, going to her left, cutting back to her right, driving, cannot get it to fall. And the long rebound out to London Pinnell, back out for Shack. Shack for a three-pointer, in and out. And the Lady Cats fighting for the rebound. We have a tie ball, and the arrow pointing at Caddo Mills. So Lady Foxes will get it back in the backcourt on the baseline. Lady Cats drop back into their 2-3 zone. Down low they go, and a nice pass here to Jalen Gonzalez, who banks it with the left hand off the glass for the bucket. Now 17-8, and that's the biggest lead for Caddo Mills at 9. Lady Cats into the front court. They go down low. Now it is London Pinnell on the left side driving the baseline and can't get the layup to go. Loose ball there, but Caddo Mills comes up with it. Overhead pass down the floor. And a nice play there for Caddo Mills, knocking it away. I think that may have been Cammie Shack. I'm not sure. Didn't see it well. 17-8, Caddo Mills. 9-point lead, inbounds play for the Lady Foxes on the baseline to the left of their basket. Bounce pass into the corner on the far side. Nice move. This is Grant, and Grant with the runner gets it to go off the glass. Emerald Grant, her second field goal of the night, and it's an 11-point margin for Caddo Mills. Here come the Lady Cats. Riley Ivory pulls up, banker from 8 feet on the right side of the key. Good. Second field goal for Riley Ivory, the sophomore. 19-9. A 9-point lead for the Lady Foxes. Ball knocked out of bounds off the hand of one of the Lady Cats, and it's an inbounds play for Caddo Mills in front of us here. Caddo Mills moving left to right against the Lady Cat 2-3 zone, but a very active zone. Way outside with the ball. Ashlyn Ackenbeck here is a three-pointer, good. And that is Lindley Bentley with the three-pointer for the Lady Foxes. 22-10, a 12-point lead for Caddo Mills, their biggest. Driving inside for Sulphur Springs down the baseline. And being fouled is Riley Godbolt, who will be going to the line to shoot 2 shots. The foul against Lindley Bentley. Shot on the way, and it is perfect. Riley Godbolt, her first point of the night. There's another shot coming. And this one also finds the bottom of the net, 22-12. That lead cut to 10 points now for Caddo Mills. Lady Foxes on offense in the front court. on the high post, and now it goes down low on the near side baseline, and the shot from about 12 feet out by Bentley is good. 24-12. It's a 12-point lead once again for Caddo Mills. Lady Cats in the front court working the ball. And London Pinnell trying to get it down on the low post and throws it away. She was, let's see, who was she going for there? That was KK Montgomery, by the way, who is on the Lady Cat basketball team. You know that name well from Lady Cat softball. KK Montgomery in the ball game. 24-12. Caddo Mills with the lead. And working the ball into the corner on the near side, and stepping on the baseline was Kaylin Daniels for Caddo Mills. Inbounds play in the backcourt for Sulphur Springs. They are looking at a full court press. Overhead pass down the floor to Riley Ivory. Ivory, the banker off the glass is good, and she's fouled. Riley Ivory with the bucket. And Emerald Grant with the foul, her first. Riley Ivory now with 6 points in the ball game for Sulphur Springs, and a shot coming here, and she makes it. So 7 points now for Riley Ivory. 24-15. It's a 9-point lead for Caddo Mills. Lady Foxes up the floor. On the near side, ball taken away here for Sulphur Springs by Presley Hardy into the ball game for the first time. And she was fouled by Kaylin Daniels, her second. Now that is 3 fouls against Caddo Mills in the quarter. Sulphur Springs has 1 foul. Presley Hardy, younger sister of Wildcat football linebacker and strong safety Grayson Hardy, inbounds it. Now it's Cammie Shack inside. Great feed there. The banker by Shack good. Great feed by Riley Ivory. Shack with her first bucket. 24-17. Down to a 7-point lead for Caddo Mills. They have led by as many as 12 points. And Lady Foxes working the ball in the front court, and they lose it over the baseline. It goes back to Sulphur Springs. Some tough defense there by the Lady Cats. And again now, full court pressure here for Caddo Mills. Inbounds play on the baseline to the left of the Caddo Mills basket. Long pass down the floor, batted around, picked up for Sulphur Springs, and Cammie Shack gets the feed inside, can't make the shot to go. We have a foul. Not sure who the foul is on. It'll be the 4th foul against Caddo Mills in the quarter. So inbounds play for Sulphur Springs to the left of the Lady Cat basket. They go way outside to Riley Ivory. Now it's Cammie Shack gathering herself. Feeds to Ivory. Driving the baseline, far side. Shot off the side of the backboard. The rebound to Caddo Mills. Emerald Grant on the run up the floor. Ball over the baseline off one of the Lady Cats. Inbounds play for Caddo Mills, leading 24-17. 3:33 to go in the first half. Inbounds play to the left of the basket, way outside they go. And batted away here by the quick hands of Riley Ivory, but getting it back is Ashlyn Ackenbach for Caddo Mills, and Ackenbach then banks one off the glass from about 12 feet. In the lane, Ackenbach with 6 points, 26-17, 9-point lead for Caddo Mills. Cammie Shack has it for Sulphur Springs out between the circles. Shack crossover dribble, and it's a timeout called for by Lady Cats head coach Kevin Tanton. 30-second timeout. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Okay, good. Levels okay? Caddo Mills leading 26-17, 3:05 left to go in the first half. Again, Caddo Mills played Sulphur Springs in the by-district game last year. Lady Cats won 61-27. And Sulphur Springs won in the regular season last year, 26-41. But Caddo Mills has really come on here this season. Inbounds play for the Lady Cats, nearly lost, but they get it back. It goes down low, and we have a foul against Caddo Mills, and this will be Bella Deckham. And I have that as her third foul. We'll check on that at halftime. At the line, this is KK Montgomery, senior for Sulphur Springs, Lady Cat softball star. Has come out for basketball. She misses the first of a two-shot situation. Now it's a bonus situation for the Lady Cats the rest of the way. KK misses the second shot. Here come the Lady Foxes up the floor after the rebound, 26-17, a 9-point lead for Caddo Mills with the ball. Grant, bounce pass, baseline, and it's taken away here by Riley Ivory. Several steals here in the first half for Riley Ivory of Sulphur Springs. Now Presley Hardy with a nice move going to the basket, but ball is knocked free and picked up by Caddo Mills. Quickly down the floor, Ivory once again breaks up the continuity here for the Lady Foxes. Ball goes over the baseline. And Caddo Mills will have an inbounds play to the right of the Caddo Mills basket. 2:26 to go in the first half. 26-17, a 9-point lead for Caddo Mills. Working the perimeter right now. And we have a foul against one of the Lady Cats. This is Riley Godbolt with the foul, her first as I have it. Lady Cats with 2 fouls in the quarter. And so inbounds play for Caddo Mills to the left of the basket on the baseline. Here's the three-pointer for Caddo Mills. Off the mark, too hard, and Cammie Shack comes up with it over on the far side, 26-17. 2 minutes to go in the half, driving the baseline for Sulphur Springs and getting it to fall. That is London Pinnell, who has now 5 points in the first half. 26-19, it's a 7-point lead for Caddo Mills. They have led by as many as 12. Lady Foxes have the ball on offense in the front court, driving the baseline with a runner that won't go from the far side for Caddo Mills. That was Charlotte Samples. And the ball out of bounds off of Caddo Mills, and so Lady Cats will inbound in the back court to the left of the Foxes basket. Full court pressure for Caddo Mills. Lady Cats get it into Riley Ivory, over to Cammie Shack. Shack top of the key with a crossover dribble. Right hand dribble to the right side. Runner off the glass is good. Nice move there by Cammie Shack, her second bucket of the quarter and of the game. 26-21, that lead down to 5 for Caddo Mills. Shot from the corner for the Lady Foxes, rattles out. Offensive board taken for Caddo Mills. I believe that was Jalen Gonzalez. Foul against Sulphur Springs. And that will be Riley Ivory with her first. And so this is a shooting foul, and Jalen Gonzalez going to the line for Caddo Mills. Eyes the basket, shot, bounces once and falls. That gives her 5 points here in the first half. She had 14 points in the by-district game last year against Sulphur Springs. 27-21, a 6-point Caddo Mills lead. Under a minute to go. First half makes the second shot. Gonzalez with 6 points. 28-21. Here come the Lady Cats up the floor. Riley Ivory driving down the right side, then down the baseline, trying a bounce pass to London Pinnell, but knocked out of bounds over the baseline by one of the Lady Foxes. Inbounds play for Sulphur Springs on the baseline. And a Get it in, and now Cammie Shack for three. A little bit short. Rebound to Ackenbach, or no, that is Bentley for Caddo Mills. Three-pointer, a little bit short from the far side. Rebound off the floor, loose ball, and we'll go back to Sulphur Springs on the baseline with 32 seconds remaining in the first half, and Caddo Mills leading 28-21. They get it into Cammie Shack, and now Riley Ivory takes it back, and she drags her back foot there, so it's a traveling call against Sulphur Springs. Inbounds play for Caddo Mills near midcourt. On the near side, right in front of us here. Kaylin Daniels will throw it in. And she goes to Ashlyn Ackenbach with 22 seconds. They get it down low. And the shot will not fall there, and we have a tie ball with the possession arrow pointing in the direction of the Lady Cats. So nice job of defense there for Sulphur Springs. 17 seconds to go in the half, 28-21. Caddo Mills inbounds play for the Lady Cats. London Pinnell gets it in. Now it goes back to Riley Ivory. And now Cammie Shack for three. Rattles off, no good. Rebound for Caddo Mills off the floor under the basket by Bentley. They come back down the floor and miss a runner as the buzzer sounds. And Caddo Mills go into the locker room with a 28-21 lead over Sulphur Springs. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. I need time to go down to the scorers table, and you might even come on and give a weather forecast or something, James, if you need to. Okay, I will be back soon. Thank you.
Just don't lay on it.
All right, middle school girls, get out your tickets. We're gonna do the drawing now for the free photo shoot with Wash Graphics. Okay, if your number is 2, 2, 3, 9, 0, 1, 3. You're the winner. 223 9013. Okay. 223 9022. Winner, Sheena Estrella. Come on down. You just won a free photography shoot with Bosch.
Time you're ready. Time you're ready. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. The Lady Cats trailing at halftime to Caddo Mills, 28-21. Caddo Mills has led by as many as 12 points in the ball game. So Lady Cats scoring in the first half. We have Riley Ivory with 5, London Pinnell with 4, Riley Godbolt with 4, and Cammie Shack with 4. Also Rainey Johnson with 4 for Sulphur Springs. And for Caddo Mills, a couple of players with 8 points. Jalen Gonzalez with 8, and Ashley Eckenbach with 8. Also, Lindley Bentley has 5 points for Caddo Mills. Emerald Grant has 4. And I have Bella Deckham with 3. Foul situation for Sulphur Springs. We have Cammie Shack with 2, Rainey Johnson with 2, Riley Godbolt, Riley Ivory, and London Pinnell with 1. For Caddo Mills, we have Bella Deckham with 3, Ashlyn Ackenbach with 2, Kaylin Daniels with 2, Lindley Bentley with 1, and Emerald Grant with 1. So nobody in serious foul trouble here at halftime. I guess Bella Deckham, you could say, is with 3 fouls for Caddo Mills. So Caddo Mills 15-2 coming in. They were 14-21 last year, and placed 4th with a 5-5 record in their district. Lady Cats beat them in the by-district game, as we've told you. Final was 61-27. The Lady Cats won easily. But it has been a terrific turnaround for Caddo Mills here this year. And they are ranked 12th in 4A basketball. Lady Cats still in this game, very much so, however, just trailing by 7 points on their home floor. And again, they have cut that lead from 12 points. So we are just about ready to go with the second half. Lady Cats at home, by the way, Friday night against Sunnyvale, and another tough team coming in. Sunnyvale is 12-3. And we will have that broadcast for you on KSST starting at 6:15. Wildcat boys, by the way, on the road tonight at Maybank. Caddo Mills will inbound. Over on the far side, they'll be moving from right to left here in the second half. Caddo Mills in their Kelly green uniforms. Lady Cats in white with royal blue and gold trim, and Cammie Shack takes it away for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats up the floor, and now it's a takeaway by Emerald Grant for Caddo Mills. Back down the floor, 28-21. Lady Foxes ahead, 7:35 to go in the third period, just underway in the second half. And now foul called on Cammie Shack. And so that now will be 3 on Shack for Sulphur Springs, the sophomore. Or junior, I should say. Inbounds play for Caddo Mills. This is Lindley Bentley gets it in near midcourt. On the near side. Lady Cats remaining in their 2-3 zone. But a very active, quick-moving zone. Caddo Mills keeping it outside. And now they go up high on the post to Gonzalez. Far side it goes then to Achenbach. And now Gonzalez driving inside for the left-hand runner. And we have a foul. And that is going to go against Riley Ivory of Sulphur Springs. That will be her second foul. This is a shooting foul. Sending Jalen Gonzalez to the line, who had 8 points in the first half. Eyes the basket and perfect with the shot. 9 points now for Jalen Gonzalez. .5'10" junior for Caddo Mills. Bounces it 3 times on the floor, misses the second shot. Rebound chased down in the corner for Sulphur Springs by KK Montgomery. Now it's taken away, however, by the Lady Foxes in the backcourt. And they're trying to set up their offense. Sulphur Springs very aggressive on defense. There's the three-pointer way off the mark. And the ball over the baseline will go back to Sulphur Springs. KK Montgomery will inbounds for the Lady Cats. Gets it into Riley Ivory. Full court pressure in the backcourt. Ivory beats it across the midcourt line. Bounce pass underneath. And a whistle. And it is a traveling call on Riley Ivory. Otherwise would have been a basket there underneath. Nice pass by Ivory to Godbolt, but the traveling call will negate it. Now Caddo Mills in the front court. We have a loose ball on the floor. Getting that loose ball is Godbolt. And down the floor go the Lady Cats. There's a banker off the left side, no good. Over the baseline, and the ball will stay with Sulphur Springs. Inbounds play to the left side of the basket. Way outside it goes. To Cammie Shack for 3. And Shack misfires. Long rebound out to Caddo Mills. Back down the floor. Jalen Gonzalez. Down low. Going up for the shot. And we have another foul on Cammie Shack, and I've got that as 4 on Cammie Shack. And she's going to leave the game. Rainey Johnson takes her place. Caddo Mills will inbound left side of the basket. They go outside. Swing it around to the far side. Making a move inside. Almost taken away there by the Lady Cats. Here is a runner for the bucket from 8 feet out by Emerald Grant for Caddo Mills. That gives her 6 points in the game, and it's a 10-point lead, 31-21 for Caddo Mills. Drive it inside for the Lady Cats with a banker off the glass. Nice move. And that was London Pennell. Now the Lady Cats come up with the takeaway here. That is Riley Ivory. London Pennell made it 31-24, now 31-26 as Pennell connects from the outside. London Pennell has gotten hot. And a timeout for Caddo Mills. 31-26. Lady Cats have cut that lead down to 5 points. It's Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Okay, good. Going to correct myself. That last score by London Pinnell was a three-pointer outside the arc over on the far side. So Pinnell now with 7 points in the ball game. And the Lady Cats have cut that lead to 5. Caddo Mills has had a lead as big as 12 in this game. I don't think the Lady Cats have ever led. Caddo Mills has led all the way. This is the closest the Lady Cats have been for a while. A couple of buckets in a row there by London Pinnell, one a three-pointer. Caddo Mills called timeout, and now they inbound at midcourt. Ball tapped out of bounds off of London Pinnell. She continues being very active at both ends of the floor. Inbounds play for Caddo Mills. Three-pointer is off, and Gonzalez gets the rebound, and she travels. Three-point attempt by Bentley was no good. Gonzalez got the rebound, shuffled her feet. Now, Lady Cats inbound in the backcourt, trailing by 5, 31-26. Rainey Johnson, left-hand dribble across the midcourt line. Lady Cats on attack in the front court. Rainey Johnson over on the far side, skip pass to Godbolt. Godbolt with the runner. Off the side of the backboard, Rainey Johnson, a rare three-point attempt for her. Comes up a little bit short, and a loose ball on the floor, and the Lady Cats win that 50-50 ball there. And go back outside to Rainey Johnson. No shot clock, of course, in high school basketball. 4:17 left to go, and here's a runner off the glass, right hand by Riley Ivory, and the lead is down to 31-28. Ivory with 7 points in the game. 3-point lead for Caddo Mills, 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Zone defense for Caddo Mills, driving the baseline with a runner that is good for Bella Deckham. Deckham with 10 points in the game. Oh, technical foul now called. And that's on Bella Deckham, apparently, who made the basket. 33-28, a 5-point lead. Caddo Mills on top, but they have led by as many as 12. It was 28-21 at halftime. And shooting the technical for the Lady Cats will be Riley Ivory, the sophomore. And the shot good. And she has a second shot coming. Ivory with 8 points in the game. Second shot, also good. (33-30), 3-point lead for Caddo Mills. Lady Cats the closest they have been after that technical foul, and now Sulphur Springs will have the ball to inbound at midcourt over on the far side. Get it into Riley Ivory. Loose ball picked up by Riley Godbolt. Back to Ivory. Get it down low for KK Montgomery. Banker off the glass. Good for KK. Her first bucket, 33-32. Lead down to 1 point for Caddo Mills. Spinning in the lane with a runner. Basket is good, and we have a foul. I believe this is on Riley Ivory. If that's so, that is her third foul. Emerald Grant got the basket, misses the free throw. 35-32. Lady Cats have the rebound. Now have it taken away by Caddo Mills in the front court. And the lead pass down the floor to Ashlyn Eckenbach for the banker off the glass. Good. 37-32. The lead back out to 5 points. Godbolt gets it down low for KK Montgomery, who goes up from 6 feet, misses the shot. Caddo Mills back down the floor. They lose it over the baseline, goes back to Sulphur Springs. 2:54 to go, third quarter. Action has been frantic here for the past couple of minutes into the ball game. Presley Hardy it is for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats get it in. Loose ball picked up by Ivory. Down low it goes to Godbolt, and Riley Godbolt with the banker off the glass. Good. And that lead back down to 3 points, 37-34. Caddo Mills working in the front court, and going for the steal and knocking it out of bounds was Riley Ivory. Godbolt now with 6 points after that basket a moment ago. Inbounds play on the baseline. They go outside. Three-pointer for Caddo Mills is good. (40-34). Lindley Bentley with the three-pointer. 6-point lead for Caddo Mills. Lady Cats on attack in the front court. And Rainey Johnson whipping a pass inside to Riley Ivory, and we have a foul on Caddo Mills. Bella Deckham, I have with the foul there, and that would be 4 on her as I have it. Riley Ivory shooting 2 for Sulphur Springs. First shot is good. She has a really nice stroke. Gives her 10 points in the game to lead the Lady Cats. 40-35. Caddo Mills with the 5-point lead. Second shot is in and out. Ivory going for the steal. Didn't come up with it. Caddo Mills retains possession. They're into the front court now with under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Staying outside for the moment. Lady Cats still in their zone defense. Here is a shot right on the three-point line. Now I think this is going to be ruled a 3-point foul, and shooting 3 for Caddo Mills will be Emerald Grant, and she makes the first. Second shot good. Riley Godbolt, I'm pretty sure, got that foul. That'd be her second. Grant with the third free throw coming, and this one rattles out, no good. Riley Ivory, the rebound for Sulphur Springs. Long lead pass down the floor for Presley Hardy, and she lays it off the glass for 2. Hardy, her first basket. 42-37, 5-point lead for Caddo Mills. 1:29 to go, third quarter. Foxes in the front court on attack. On the near side, now it goes to the head of the key for a missed three-pointer by Eckenbach, and Riley Ivory rebounds for Sulphur Springs with 1:11 to go, and Caddo Mills on top, 42-37 here in the third quarter. Loose ball gotten back for the Lady Cats by Cammie Shack, who's back in the ball game, and again I have her with 4 fouls. Lady Cats lose it over on the far side. Aggressive defense there by Caddo Mills, forcing the turnover. 42-37 with a minute to go in the quarter. Great pass underneath, and it goes to Addison Tillery for the banker off the glass. Good. 44-37. 7-point lead for Caddo Mills. 44 seconds to go, third quarter. Down low it goes to Cammie Shack, and Shack banks it off the glass for the bucket. Shack with 6 points in the game. 44-39, 5-point lead for Caddo Mills. Under 30 seconds to go. Driving the baseline is Jalen Gonzalez. And she stepped on the baseline. Goes back to Sulphur Springs with 27 seconds left in the quarter. The third quarter, and Caddo Mills on top by 5, 44-39. Lady Cats on attack here is a great feed by Riley Ivory to Presley Hardy, and Hardy driving the baseline from the far side for her second straight basket. 44-41, a three-point Caddo Mills lead. Three-pointer in and out. Rebound underneath, I think, is going to go to Caddo Mills, and we have a foul. And this is going to go on Presley Hardy for Sulphur Springs, and that'll be her first. 4 fouls on the Lady Cats in the quarter, but this is a two-shot situation. Going to the line is Achenbach, Ashlyn Achenbach, who misses the free throw, and she has one more coming. 3.2 seconds left to go third quarter. Caddo Mills ahead 44-41. They have led by as many as 12 in this game. Second shot, also no good, off the back iron. Rebound chased down in the corner with 1 second. Three-pointer rattles off at the buzzer. Going to the fourth quarter, Caddo Mills leading over Sulphur Springs 44-41. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Okay, good. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. 44-41 Caddo Mills. They have led all the way. They have led by as many as 12. Lady Cats cut the lead down to 1. They're at 1 point in the third quarter. And now it's a 3-point lead for Caddo Mills, but Sulphur Springs will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Inbounds play over on the far side at midcourt. And Presley Hardy gets it into Riley Ivory. Zone defense for Caddo Mills. Rainey Johnson feed to Riley Ivory, and Ivory making a move to the basket, and she is fouled. Kaylin Daniels the foul for Caddo Mills. I have that as her third. Riley Ivory shooting two, makes the first one. Boy, she's got a really nice stroke there. She has made 3 of 4 here in the second half. And she makes the second. So 12 points in the game for Riley Ivory to make that 13. 44-43, a 1-point lead for Caddo Mills. Aggressive zone defense, matchup zone, I would say, for Sulphur Springs. There's a three-pointer missed, and Caddo Mills gets the offensive rebound and back in for the score, and we have a foul against Sulphur Springs. And this is KK Montgomery with her first foul. So count the basket down low by Emerald Grant. She now has 10 points, now 12 points in the game actually. 12 points, and now a chance for a three-point play after being fouled. She connects on the free throw. 47-43. 4-point lead for Caddo Mills. 7:20 to go. Riley Ivory running the show for the Lady Cats. Brings it across the midcourt line. Trying to go to Rainey Johnson up high, and she does. Kevin Tanton on his feet, the head coach for the Lady Cats, jumping up and down. Riley Ivory trying to go inside, has the ball knocked away, but they get it back to the Lady Cats. Here's an open shot for Sulphur Springs by Hardy, no good, but the rebound goes to Riley Ivory, and she goes back out to Rainey Johnson. Far side it goes to Hardy down low, and we have a foul. They got it down low. Not a shooting foul. Inbounds play for Sulphur Springs on the baseline to the left of the basket. Get it into Rainey Johnson. And Sulphur Springs gets a timeout here with 6:46 to go. 47-43, Caddo Mills. This is Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Now just one spot here. Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Sulphur Springs now will have a inbounds play in the front court underneath the basket. And it's taken away for Caddo Mills, but the Lady Cats get it back. Now Rainey Johnson, top of the key, on the dribble, and it's taken away by Emerald Grant for Caddo Mills. Breaking down the other way, and it's taken away by Riley Ivory. Here come the Lady Cats. Presley Hardy on the dribble. And she loses it over the baseline, out of control somewhat on the dribble there, and it goes back to Caddo Mills. Just frantic action here. Caddo Mills has the ball. Maddie McWhorter about to check in for Sulphur Springs. Here's a three-point attempt, and it is good for Caddo Mills. And that is Lindley Bentley with the three-pointer. In the corner on the near side, 50-43, the lead back out to 7. Lady Cats have the ball in the front court. Hardy to Johnson, now to Riley Ivory. And now Godbolt for three on the near side. Step outside the arc, shot off the mark, and rebounded by Jalen Gonzalez for Caddo Mills. They have the 7-point lead with 5:46 to go. Long pass into the corner, and driving the baseline for the bucket, putting it off the glass, is Ashlyn Ackenbach. 52-43, that lead is back out to 9 points for Caddo Mills, who's down to 1 just a short time ago. Rainey Johnson driving the baseline on the far side, and she is fouled. Jalen Gonzalez, I have that as her first foul. That's surprising. 2 shots for, no, this is Presley Hardy. I thought it was Rainey Johnson. It's Presley Hardy at the line. Younger sister of Wildcat football stalwart Grayson Hardy. Shot on the way and bounces twice, won't fall. And we have a foul here on Caddo Mills on one of the Lady Foxes on the rebound here. Tell you what, that must have been, rather than a foul, that was someone stepping into the lane, and Presley Hardy got another shot and missed that shot. And now Caddo Mills has rebound, and they come up the floor and lose it over the sideline, but off the hands of one of the Lady Cats, and so an inbounds play for Caddo Mills over on the far side. About mid-court. Go way outside, now into the corner on the near side. Swing it around. Far side. Here's a three-point attempt by Achenbach. Off the back iron, no good. And it is Riley Ivory who comes up with the rebound for Sulphur Springs with 5 minutes to go. Ivory takes it coast to coast, misses the shot. Cammie Shack gets the rebound inside, goes back up. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound to Caddo Mills. Missed opportunity there for Sulphur Springs. There's a three-pointer by Grant. Far side, no good. Long rebound out to Caddo Mills, and the Foxes call timeout. Head coach Candace Followell wants to talk it over. 52-43, 9-point lead for Caddo Mills. 4:43 to go. It's Lady Cats basketball on KSST. Caddo Mills 52, Sulphur Springs 43, 4:43 to go. Caddo Mills will have the ball. Inbounds play near midcourt. In front of us here, and they go into the backcourt to Emerald Grant. Into the corner now on the near side. Lady Cats tip it out of bounds. That is Maddie McWhirter. Got a finger on the ball, and another inbounds play for Caddo Mills, this time almost into the corner on the near side. And there's a steal for Sulphur Springs. And ahead to Rainey Johnson it goes. And that was McWhirter with the steal. And an offensive foul here against Sulphur Springs. And my view was obscured as to the foul call, but that may have been Cammie Shack, and if that's the case, I think it was. Cammie Shack is fouled out of the ballgame. 52-43, a 9-point lead for Caddo Mills with the ball. Lady Cats have cut that lead down to 1 point here, but they've never been able to take the lead themselves. Caddo Mills working the ball in the front court. Wildcat fans want a double dribble call there. Over on the far side, driving the baseline, and there's a double dribble call against Emerald Grant of Caddo Mills. And Lady Cats will get the ball back in the backcourt on the baseline. Under 4 minutes to go. Do the Lady Cats have one more push in them here? Trailing by 9, 52-43. Rainey Johnson, far pass, skip pass to the far side. And the shot by Riley Ivory, no, that was Godbolt, missed. KK Montgomery got the rebound. And now it's out of bounds off the fingers of one of the Lady Foxes. And Sulphur Springs will inbound on the baseline to the left of the backboard. And it's taken away by Emerald Grant on the inbounds play. Emerald Grant of Caddo Mills, and here come the Foxes, leading by 9 with under 3.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's a three-pointer, too long, and chased down in the corner for Sulphur Springs, but no, it's taken away by Achenbach. And so Caddo Mills retains possession, driving, and a shot missed. And Lady Cats come down with the rebound ahead to Rainey Johnson into the front court. And we have a foul here against Caddo Mills. That's Ashlyn Achenbach with her third foul. 52-43, the lead for Caddo Mills. London Pinnell gets it into Riley Ivory. Up high they go to KK Montgomery. Now to Godbolt on the near side. Lady Cats patiently working the ball here. They go down low for Rainey Johnson. And now it's taken away, trying to go on the high post to KK Montgomery. Long pass down the floor is taken away for Sulphur Springs. And that is KK with the takeaway herself. And now Emerald Grant gets it back. As the Lady Cats come back up the floor, Grant making a move to the basket, and she is traveling here. Walking, Emerald Grant. And she was off balance, lost control of herself. And the ball goes back to Sulphur Springs. Just 2.5 minutes left to go. The Lady Cats down by 9 here. 52-43. Sulphur Springs on offense in the front court. Trying to go on the near side and losing it over the sideline. It goes back to Caddo Mills. 52-43, 2:13 to go. Lady Foxes into the front court. Knife it inside there for Caddo Mills. Lindley Bentley. Over on the far side, Jalen Gonzalez. And going for the steal, but not coming up with it. Riley Ivory for the Lady Cats with under 2 minutes to go. Inbounds play for Caddo Mills over on the far side. Jalen Gonzalez on the dribble, guarded by Rainey Johnson. Looks like the foul on Rainey Johnson, that would be her third. Lady Cats have 2 fouls in the quarter, but just 2 minutes to go in the game. Pass inside, and it's lost over the baseline for Caddo Mills and goes back to Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats down 52-43. It's a 9-point lead. Time getting very short here with 1:39 to go. Rainey Johnson around a pick by KK Montgomery. Trying to whip a pass down low, but lost over the baseline. And Sulphur Springs with a timeout. Lady Cats, I believe, here will retain possession with time very short, and Caddo Mills leading 52-43. This Lady Cats basketball on KSST. It's a 60-second timeout, so if you want to run 2. Inbounds play on the baseline to the right of the Lady Cats basket. London Pinnell gets it in to Riley Ivory. Lady Cats down 52-43. 1.5 minutes to go. Trying to go down low to Rainey Johnson. It is knocked away and picked up for Caddo Mills. And now coming back up the floor, the Lady Foxes into the front court. With 1:18 to go, they'll be happy to run some time off the clock if they can. Pass down low, and they go to Emerald Grant for the banker off the right side of the backboard, and it is 54-43, and now it's an 11-point lead again for Caddo Mills. Emerald Grant having a big night. Inside it goes to KK Montgomery for the banker off the board. Second bucket of the half for KK Montgomery, and second bucket of the game. She has 4 points, 54-45, a 9-point lead, under a minute to go. Caddo Mills working in the front court. Jalen Gonzalez throws it away over the baseline, trying to hit Kaylin Daniels, driving down the, cutting down the baseline. Now Riley Ivory trying to go to London Pinnell, and it's taken away by Caddo Mills down low. 28 seconds to go. 54-45, 9-point lead for Caddo Mills. Working the ball outside. 17 seconds now. Backdoor cut pass was good, but the shot would not go, and now the Lady Cats get the rebound with 6 seconds to go. Pass underneath for Riley Godbolt, and she is fouled as she's trying to go up for that shot right in front of the basket. Riley Godbolt at the line for Sulphur Springs. 6 points in the game for Godbolt. Misses the shot. She is just a freshman. By the way, also London Pinnell, who's had a good night for Sulphur Springs, also just a freshman. 1.2 seconds to go. Godbolt, second shot, also will not fall. Rebound goes to Gonzalez for Caddo Mills, and that's the ball game. So Caddo Mills shows why they are the 12th ranked team in 4A girls basketball in Texas tonight, with a 54-45 win over the Lady Cats on the Lady Cats home floor. And we'll come back and wrap this one up when Lady Cats basketball continues after this on KSST. Okay. Give me some time here, James, at least a couple of minutes. When you're ready, James. Lady Cats lose to Caddo Mills at home tonight, 54-45. Caddo Mills led a couple of times in this game by 12 points, but the Lady Cats cut that lead down to 1 point. And honestly, I'm not sure if that was in the third quarter or in the fourth quarter. May have been early in the fourth quarter. But Sulphur Springs got right on the edge of coming back to take the lead in this game, but every time they got close, Caddo Mills was able to pull away once again, and they end up winning it by 9 tonight over Sulphur Springs. And recap the scoring totals for the Lady Cats here this evening. If I can decipher my score sheet, Riley Ivory led the Lady Cats with 12 points. I think I had her at 13 at one point, but it's 12. London Pinnell 6, 8. Let's see. I guess that's 8 points for London Pinnell tonight, the freshman for Sulphur Springs. Riley Godbolt had 6. Rainey Johnson had 4. Cammie Shack had 6 before fouling out tonight. Presley Hardy had 4 for Sulphur Springs. Lady Cats trailed 12-8 at the end of the first quarter. 28-21 at the end of the first half. Only by 3, 44-41 going to the fourth quarter, but the final 54-45 for Caddo Mills. And for the Lady Foxes, Emerald Grant led them with 15 points tonight. Lindley Bentley ended up with 11 points for Caddo Mills. Also, Bella Deckham had 11 points, and Jalen Gonzalez had 9 points for Caddo Mills tonight. So again, they are now 16-2 for the season, and threatening to break into the top 10 of 4A girls basketball in the state of Texas. And Lady Cats will fall to 9-10. They won 3 out of 4 this past weekend of the Farmersville tournament. And on Friday night, they'll be looking to get back in the winning column. Another tough assignment, however. They'll be playing the Sunnyvale Lady Raiders here on the home court. And 6:15 is the tip-off time. We'll have the broadcast for you again on Friday night against Sunnyvale as the Lady Cats will be back in action. Wildcat boys are on the road tonight at Maybank. And tomorrow morning, we hope to have that score for you on KSST. Lady Cats basketball brought to you by Alliance Bank, BT Medical, City National Bank, Masco Equipment, Wesley House Assisted Living, Farm Country, Hooten's Hardware, CPI Technologies, and 903 Farm and Feed by the railroad tracks. Please say thanks to all of those good sponsors of Wildcat Sports on KSST. James Terry, our producer in the KSST studios. Matt Jensen, our technical director and video producer. You'll be able to see this one later on Channel 18 and also on YouTube. And we say get well to Tony Flippin, who could not be with us tonight, but he's doing okay at home, and I think we'll have him back with us before too much longer. So, Tony, miss you again tonight, but looking forward to seeing you and hearing you once again on Lady Cats and Wildcats basketball. So the final here tonight is Caddo Mills over Sulphur Springs 54-45. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we say good night from Wildcat Gym. All right, James. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, great.